You know, it feels great to be back. You know, at first it was a little surreal, especially walking back into this building. The last 3 years I've been a visitor, so coming in, you know, getting in the locker room, seeing all the guys, great feeling.
It seems like it's similar to 4 years ago when you came here. You know, everybody talking about your injuries and all that stuff, and all it is went out and won on top.
It's similar, but different in a lot of ways. You know, I'm a different person, different player. Faces are different. It's a different cast, but the motivation is still the same. You know, and the expectations within myself are still the same, if not more. You know, so it's very similar, but different.
Tyson, do you think the expectations are dramatically different around your arrival this time as opposed to 3 years ago?
Yeah, you know, because I don't think anyone knew what to expect the first time around. You know, I was a player that competed against them, you know, for 3 years before my arrival in the playoffs. So I think that's kind of what people remember me as. But, you know, clearly this time around, you know, having success and winning the championship here, you know, the expectations are a little different, you know, in return.
Coach Carlisle called you the most popular one-year player in the history of sports a little earlier. Have you gotten that feeling being back here, the way people have received you?
Yeah, you know, it's so funny that I spent 1 year here, but everybody, you know, equates my career to being here. And you know, even guys around the league, when they say, how many years did you play in Dallas? And I go, 1. What? And everybody thinks I was here 4, 5, 6 years, but it was just one really long, incredible year. So, you know, I'm definitely tied here in this you know, great thing that I am.
When you came back to the city, you know, I guess within days after you signed with the Mavs, there on the North Tollway was a billboard, "Welcome back, Tyson." So, and I didn't know myself that you were gonna play here 1 year.
Yeah.
What's so special about being back in the city?
You know, just the warm welcoming, the people, you know, the community, the organization from top to bottom, and you know, being back, having the opportunity to play with Dirk again. You know, it's definitely an amazing feeling. You know, I felt welcomed. My family has felt welcomed. You know, the moment I got traded back, the school which my children attended sent the email back, you know, saying that, you know, kids send the schedule and they're welcome back in. So, you know, all of that stuff makes you feel like you're coming back home. You know, it's the little things that matter, and it's the little things that the city did to make me feel welcome.
You're going to have several guards that's going to be able to get that ball to you. You also played in New Orleans a little bit, and then you've been in the East.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the West, East, now that you had the best, what does that mean to you?
You know, the East and the West is very different. I think it's a little more balanced this year, you know, with the way free agency shook things up. You know, but the last couple of years I spent in the East, it's a lot more, you know, grittier. You know, it's a lot more pounding down low. You know, in the West, it's a little more, it's faster pace, you know, quicker guard play. The tempo is up. So, you know, defensively, there's some things that I'll have to adjust to, and that I'll have to, you know, try to get my teammates to adjust to. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you still want to slow people down and get stops, especially when it counts. So, no matter the tempo that you're playing at, I think you're a little more vulnerable. You know, when you're playing at that tempo as far as your defense goes. But you know, our job is to just make sure the game dictate the shot, so then that we're all prepared and balanced, so that we can get back and you know, slow the opposing team down.
How much pressure do you feel, Tyson?
You came to him and you told him that you're going to be a better defensive team than you were the season ago. What was that conversation like, and what do you think, watching this team from afar, if they really need to improve on and be better defensively?
You know, I watched the team, you know, sometimes throughout the year when I had the opportunity to watch the Mavs, but especially, you know, the playoff series against the Spurs, I had the opportunity to watch them, and it was close. You know, my hat goes off to the job that the coach did in that series, because, you know, I think it was two great coaches battling it out, you know, a chess match. And, you know, I think this year it's very important that we start right now. You know, that's the thing that we really concentrated on, you know, the first time around when I was here. It's not going to happen if, you know, we decide to pick up things come playoffs or after All-Star break or late in the year. It's very important. We start tomorrow, first day of training camp. But I just told him, you know, I really want to be aware of, you know, the strategy, what we're trying to accomplish, because I want my teammates to be fully aware of what we're trying to accomplish. And, you know, I want the guys to feel secure and safe. You know, nobody should ever feel like they're on an island or they have to be the best defender in the league. We just have to play together.
Since you were the defensive ringleader 4 years ago, how much pressure do you feel getting this team back to that same point on defense as they were 4 years ago?
It's not personally funny. My wife asked me the same question. It's not, I don't know how much you guys got in common. It's not pressure. It's excitement. You know, I look at the guys here, and there's players that are, you know, that are here. You know, and Chandler being one of them. That, you know, his press conference, everything was defensive questions and how you're going to get better. And so, you know, I take that on as a challenge. To make guys feel comfortable, you know, on that end of the floor, and you know, the other young big guys alongside me, trying to help them grow and teach them, you know. So it's more exciting to me, you know. And I look at this group, and it's a very talented group, and the guard play is gritty, and I feel like, you know, we're really gonna get after guys. So it's excitement more than it is pressure.
4 years later, is Dirk still the man?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's still his team, you know, and I think until he hangs his jersey up as a Maverick, it will always be his team. You know, I'm here to try to help, here to try to make things easier on him, same way I did the first time around. You know, but he's a shoe-in Hall of Famer, and his career speaks for itself.
You mentioned that
Chandler Parsons has talked about kind of stepping out of that, you know, Harden, Howard shadow in Houston, but you know, here he's coming. There's a couple of leading personalities in Dirk and you. How do you think it works for him to try to become more of that leading guy?
I think the biggest thing for us is to not make it about individuals. That was the biggest thing that we had here. You know, the last time I was here, it was never about, you know, I was in my contract year then. I'm in my contract year now. You know, Chandler's just signing. You know, we have other young players that want to establish themselves. We have other, you know, guys that are on one-year deal. But it's important that we all understand what the common goal is. And the common goal is not about one individual, you know, trying to rise to the top, or trying to, you know, better yourself with any individual accolades. It's all about the importance of the team, because at the end of the day, when the team does well, everybody shines. So if he and everybody else understands that and buys into that, you know, we'll have a great year.
And do you think he does?